after he cut basis, cut the interest rates to only 0.25%. They was looking for 50, but he only did 25. But like they say, too late, Jerome Powell. So we only got 25 basis points cut. We were looking for 50, but he only did 25. You know, they did say that the labor market is showing signs of decreasing, you know, because of what's going on. The labor market is weakening more than what they expected. He did say that. But, we were still looking for 50 basis points. He only gave us 25. But you know what? I guess something is better than nothing. A lot of people were expecting 50, you know. But you know how Jerome Powell is. They say he's too late. Jerome Powell, that's the nickname they gave him. So that's what it is right now. So what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's the walk down, guys. 4-mile run in, another mile walk. It's the walk down, season 3. I need to catch up on the episodes. It's probably episode 115 now. I think I'm gonna do that format a little bit differently. I'm gonna add the walk down title at the end to whatever we're talking about on the walk down. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I'm the host, the one and only Stock Sniper. Man, this morning was wild, wasn't it, guys? This morning was wild. What we seen this morning. Yeah, there was a lot of going back and forth. It's good to see that, and then the best thing to do is like take notes, and analyze it and come up with your own, what you think about it. Come up with your own thoughts, or what you think. That's why it's good, to show those things of what's going on in the world, what's going on in government. It's good to know those things. Just basically take notes to see, the people that we elect, to run the country. What exactly are they up to? Hey, what's up, ATM Tim? How you doing, bro? It's always good to check it out and take notes, and evaluate it. So yeah, guys, this is probably episode 115. I'm losing count, guys. So much been going on the last couple of weeks. I haven't even been keeping count, but I think I'm gonna take a little bit of time off tonight and retitle some of these lives so we can catch up on actually what episode the walk down is on. So appreciate y'all for joining me. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. Welcome to the walk down. It's where we run 4 miles and then we walk another mile and sit here and just communicate and see what's going on in the world or whatever we want to discuss and talk about. Basically staying in our own lane and mind our own business. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button. We got 71 people in the building. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button so we get people knowing that, hey, this is where we're at. We're over here on the walk down, kicking it with the Stock Sniper. Yeah, helping him get his health together. Because we know that he's training for a marathon, and we got to help the Stock Sniper get on through with what's going on. Hey, what's going on? Nuno, hi from Portugal. Shout out to Portugal. Appreciate you for joining me. Appreciate you. Hope everybody having a great day. I'm having a pretty decent day. Since I stopped running I was doing 8 miles a day, and that didn't work out, so I jumped back down to 6, and I say, well, hey, let me go get down to 4, and I think 4 miles a day, I think that's my sweet spot for right now. That's my sweet spot. I'll move back up when we're about 6 weeks out from the marathon. So right now, I'm just in cruise control. I'm just cruising right now, guys. I'm just cruising for the next probably 2 months, because the marathon, the Chevron Marathon, is in the middle of January. So by November, I'm just gonna cruise until the middle of November, and then after that, I'm gonna crank it back up. and start back running my 8 miles a day. Yeah, it's 105 degrees out here, guys. Yeah, it's hot. But hey, we putting the work in and we putting it down. As we await Donald Trump to show respect to Queen Elizabeth, hopefully I can get back. You know, hopefully that's what I'm trying to do, get back in time enough so we can go live and see Trump show his respects to the Queen. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go live again. Hopefully it doesn't happen, you know, before I can get back to where I need to be. So yeah, guys, we got 98 people in the building. Come on, warrior. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta keep it going. I gotta keep it going on this beautiful, hot day. So yeah, we are right at 6 minutes in. I want to try to keep it short, guys, because I want to get back to the desk so we can look at President Trump, show respects to the Queen at her burial site. That's what's supposed to be going on a little bit later. I was hoping that they would have did it this morning, but they got a whole lot of festivities going on, you know, banquet and military drills, all kind of stuff going on. I guess they had a whole day of festivities, and then at the end of the day, they're going to go show their respects to Queen Elizabeth. That's what we think that's going on. That's what's going to happen. So I'm just trying to hurry up and get this walk down done so I can get back to the desk. So all 91 people in here, I want to see y'all back when I go live from the desk. When we go back live later, I want to see y'all in the building. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and cut on all your notifications so you will be notified whenever I go live. And you can come kick it. You know, you can come kick it with us in the chat room. Yeah, this is the best chat room on YouTube. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So how y'all doing out there, guys? How y'all doing? We got 80 something people here. How y'all doing, chat? How y'all doing, chat? Let me know where y'all from. Y'all from America. Where y'all from? If y'all not from America, where you from? Where you from? Let me know how y'all doing today. What's going on? I don't know. Maybe people are commenting and I just can't see it because this phone do be tripping sometime. But we gonna rock with it anyway. Just let y'all know I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through on the walk down. You know, I'm almost done. Canada, all right, what's up, Canada? What's going on, Canada? I'm doing good, I'm at work. All right, ATM Tim. That's the offer from Canada. Shout out to Canada. Nuno. I like Monarchy too. Yeah, they were showing us, you know, a little how they move and they step, you know, out there on that grass, on that lawn this morning. Yeah, I kind of like to see them make their moves, you know, and do their two-step as we call it. They was two-stepping this morning, wasn't they, guys? Yeah, I like seeing it. I like seeing military do their thing and show off their stuff. I like seeing that, guys. I wish, be honest with you, some people in America don't like for us to do that in America, but I actually like that. 98 days till Christmas. 98 days till Christmas. Yep. Yeah, we up September. Yeah, we got, yep. You're right. 3 more months. And then the thing about that is once Christmas get here, I'm gonna be in the middle of training, an intense training for the marathon that's coming up in January, guys. So I'm kind of excited to get to January, but then again, you know, I'm kind of not. Because I'm gonna have to crank up the training and get back to running 8 miles a day and training 3 times a day and doing all that. You know, don't get me wrong, I love it, you know, but it's a lot of things that's going on in the world. You know, I hope things are not worse, because as y'all know, because of the Charlie Kirk murder, a lot of people are uptight, guys. A lot of people are uptight, you know. So, I just hope it don't get worse. They say they found somebody hanging at a college the other day that people are not really talking about that much, but they found somebody hanging from a tree, guys, at one of those universities. So, there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, guys. It's things that are happening that are not being reported because everybody's talking about Charlie Kirk, guys. But it's things that are happening. Just like that's the school shootings. That's been happening too. One of the 16-year-old kid shot up the school and then he shot and killed himself. Only people that really I seen that actually did a report about it was right over here on Stock Sniper TV. Shout out to the chat. Somebody in the chat let us know what was going on, and I immediately went and looked and pulled it up, and we watched it and we reacted to it right on the live. So shout out to the chat. That's another thing I love about this chat, guys. A lot of people come and let us know stuff. While we paying attention to something else, other things are going on. And there be so many people in the chat, and that's one thing I like to do. When I'm at the desk, I like to read what's going on in the chat. And a lot of people in the chat be letting us know what's going on. Because they wasn't going to let us know that school got shot up, guys. They was talking about Charlie Kirk too much. I think that was like the same day, or it might have been the day after that Charlie Kirk got assassinated. Well, it was the next day, if I'm correct. The next day, well, they had a school shooting, and the guy, they said the guy got radicalized, and I don't think nobody died, but he killed himself after he did his shooting at the school. He killed himself, 16-year-old kid. Yeah, and we were probably one of the only channels on YouTube that actually did a report on it. Yeah. So we gotta be aware of what's going on, guys. Because just like I just said, that it's a kid the other day that they found him hanging from a tree at a college. They're not talking about that at all. They're not talking about that at all right now. So we gotta be aware of what's going on. That's why I try to keep my ears and my eyes open to what's going on. And with the great people that be in the chat room, shout out to the chat. They already said, it ain't my saying, but that's what it is. I did a poll in the chat. We had 1,000 people in the chat. And I asked the question, is this the best chat room on YouTube? And 70% of the people said yes. So after that, this the best chat room on YouTube. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. It got everything to do with y'all that's inside the chat. And we appreciate y'all because because there's a lot of people that come over here that come and type in the chat that be letting us know what's going on. And that's what we got to pay attention to. Because when there's a lot of people in the chat, what happens is, everybody got their own opinion and everybody's in a different area of the country or the world. And once they come in and say, okay, this is a nice, friendly chat room, I can come in here and speak my opinion. Guess what? They're going to come and let us know what's going on faster than the news. That's why it's very, very important. That's why most people, I have been, what I found out is most people get their news from YouTube, guys. Most people want to look and watch the news from YouTube because it's different from when you watching it on TV. And a lot of times YouTube break the news first. And then you got people you have the ability to talk to one another. That's what make this so great. We can watch different things, we can react to different things, and then we can talk about it inside the chat. Yeah, it's a lot going on, bro, but we must stay focused. Right. Black kid in the tree saw 1 hour ago. You will do it, brother. Yeah. Yes, a lot going on. Yes, it is. And yes, I mean, when it comes to political violence, I think that, that's supposed to be talked about, because political violence is a direct attack on what we stand for in America. It's a direct attack on what our military soldiers put their life on the line for. You know, so we gotta. So a lot of people be asking, why are they talking about the Charlie Kirk situation so much? It's because that is a political attack, you know, and when it's political, it strikes the foundation of our country. It attacks the very foundation of what our soldiers go to war for, you know, and that's why they're talking about it a lot. But us as Americans, we got to be vigilant and pay attention to a lot of different things, because what's going on this internet and what's going on in the world, things are moving really, really, really fast. And things are happening left and right, left and right. You know, that's why you can't be focused, you know, on when it comes to what's going on in the world. You can't be like laser focused on one thing. You got to be paying attention to other things too, because sometimes when it comes to the media, stuff like that, they focus on what's getting views and clicks, you know. So the Charlie Kirk situation is getting all the views and the clicks. So other things could be happening, like the guy they found hanging from the tree, the kid, which I think he was 21, 22 years old. They found him hanging from the tree. You know, that's not really talked about a lot. You know, the school shooting that I was talking about a minute ago, and the guy killed himself. You know, that's not being talked about. So that's why it's great that if you know something that's going on in your area and you in the chat, let us know. You know, let us know what's going on so we can go and, you know, and bring it to the forefront and let the world know what's going on. Let the world know what's going on and how to be aware and watch and pay attention. When you're out and about, you got to pay attention to what's going on, because you never know. You know, you never know what might be happening. You never know what somebody else is thinking. You never know. So yeah, guys, we are 17 minutes in, 51 people in the building, 7 likes. Appreciate y'all for coming and rocking with us. I am your host, the one only Stock Sniper. We are just about done with this walk down. I got to get this out the way real quick, because I got to get back to the desk so we can see what's going on, because I'm going to go live again from the desk, and we're going to go watch Donald Trump show his respects to the Queen Elizabeth. That's what we're going to do tonight, guys. Hopefully, you know, by the time I get back, they haven't done it already. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Do you know how to get info from the internet? Do I know how to get information from the internet? Yeah, it's a quick Google search. That's all it is. It's a quick Google search. That's what it is. All you gotta do is Google something. Google it, and you'll find it. But then, you know, sometimes you gotta know by experience too, or you know, because the internet, a lot of things on the internet, they're already programmed. You know, it's already programmed to be put out there like that. So sometimes experience will take you a long way. I like to go by experience. Now, if I don't know something, and somebody that I know older than me don't know, then I'll Google it, you know, and I'll pay attention on what I'm listening to or what I'm watching when I'm Googling things. You know, I don't believe everything I Google, guys. We got to understand that. You got to understand that everything ain't true when you Google it. Just because Google say it's so, it don't mean it's so. You know, that's why experience is the best teacher, guys. Experience is the best teacher, and then knowing older people that has more experience than you in real life. You know, that's the key. You know, that's why it's very important on the circle and the people you communicate with in real life. You know, but I understand a lot of people don't have good people they can get real live information from in real life. You know, so they go by everything they Google on the internet. And everything Google say, don't get me wrong, I love Google and I love YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. But everything that it says is not right. For an example, let's say you got a I'm using this as an example. Let's say you got a car, a Chevy Impala, where you say, this is a very basic example, where you go to Google and you want to change your own starter. This is a very good example. And you go to Google and you put in there how to replace a starter in a Honda Civic as an example. Well, just because that video you watch and the guy that's on the video showing you the tutorial doesn't necessarily mean the way he put in that starter and take it out don't necessarily mean it's gonna work for you while you doing it at home. That's a good example right there. A lot of times, the stuff do work, but it ain't 100%. So you gotta think about that. Everything on this internet, especially information, because they can, with AI and everything, they can make something mean something totally different. And then you'll think that's what it really means, but it really don't. They just done changed it because, don't get it twisted, they want us to think a certain type of way. That's why it's very important. If you got parents and grandparents that's still living, and you got parents and grandparents that's been around the block a few times, it's very important to get all the knowledge and information you can from them. Because these days, guys, they'll try to brainwash you and make you think something that is really not. That's how it works. That's how they can clip up something and then make you thinking it's something. But if you listen to the whole context of the video and really, okay, that's why he said that. They only gave me a little bit, they only gave me a piece of the clip. They didn't give me the whole context of the video where I can understand where the guy is coming from. So that's why you gotta be very, you gotta pay very, very attention. Yeah, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention and understand that living life every day is the best way to learn. You learn by the mistakes you make. That's how you learn. So yeah, I Google things, but everything ain't to be trusted on the internet. It's not. I know some people Google everything, and whatever Google say, that's what it is. Nah, that's not what it is. That's just like baking a cake. The internet can tell you to bake a cake a certain type of way, and then you try to use the exact same ingredients and bake the cakes the same way, the same time, and everything, flip it the way the internet tell you to flip it, and then it still don't turn out right. So you gotta think about it. So sometimes you gotta, now you can use it as an outline, but then when it comes down to it, you're gonna have to figure it out yourself to figure out if it's true or if it's not. That's how just like in life. What might work for you might not work for me. And what worked for me might not work for you. Man, we 27 minutes in, and yeah, we rocking and rolling. Appreciate y'all for joining me on this walk down, guys. I'm just about done. I gotta get done with this so we can get back to the desk and go live again. But I like doing this walk down, and a lot of people do like it, but I like it because it helps me with my training. It helps me a lot. So I appreciate y'all for coming and rocking with me on this walk down. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Because like right now, I'm talking about something that I'm interested in. I'm connecting with the people on here, and I ain't really thinking about the time. I'm just walking. Anybody that's been a long time subscriber and that's been around since season 1 know that I'll run, workout, and then I'll turn around and I'll still be walking. It'll be 2 hours be done passed by, and I'll still be walking and running my mouth. Because a lot of people know once I start talking about something that I like, something I'm inspired about, I just keep running my mouth. That's why I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. If you think the internet is bad, Wait until AI kick in. Yeah, AI has already kicked in. Yep. They're making videos and stuff. Well, you already know what they're doing. You like, for an example, you'll see a video about Donald Trump. If you're just looking at it, you'll think it's really him. But if you really pay attention and know how it works, you know it's AI. AI voices and all this stuff. It's called artificial for a reason, guys. It's called artificial for a reason. Me personally, I use it for like to make a thumbnail, you know, something like that. But the end all be all, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's what I basically use AI for. You'll make me a nice thumbnail, which AI and ChatGPT makes great thumbnails, guys, and I love it. But I haven't been making thumbnails lately, but I'm gonna start back doing. I'm gonna start back making my great thumbnails I used to make. But you know, so much been going on. I just been wanting to connect with the people, training for a marathon, connecting with the people, and just trying to put the information out there. But I'm gonna get back to making my thumbnails soon, guys. I gotta update my thumbnails anyway, cause some of them I use over and over and over. That's because I haven't made any more. But yeah, you got to use AI in the internet for certain type of things. Don't use it for the all in be all. You know. All right, guys, I'm like almost 30 minutes in. I think, yeah, I'm over a mile now. I'm walking faster, you know. I just thank God that I had to get off running 8 miles a day and I had to drop it all the way back down to 4. That's my sweet spot, you know. That's my sweet spot. So I keep it at 4 miles and then I walk another mile, a mile and a half, and I'm good. All that running 8 miles and then getting on here on the walk down and then walking another 4 or 5. I'm not doing that right now, guys. But I will crank that back up when it gets close to the marathon. When I get about two months out, I crank it all back up again. Yeah, that's what I do. But I think I'm ending right here, guys. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I will be back. Thank y'all for joining me on this walk down to the next one. I will be back live probably in about an hour. So come back and join me, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. To the next one, I'm out.